How does it seem like from what I've seen of like all the panel videos at Comic Con, it almost seems like it's slightly. I'm not gonna say better than E3 because I haven't been to E3 yet, but considering E3 is all about games, I can assume I'd love that too. But every panel that I saw had something secret only people at Comic Con were able to watch.
Yeah, Comic Con announces things before anywhere else, so you always get like a lot of exclusives there.
That's tight. And yet it's also overwhelming and hard because you don't know. You gotta choose. Like, okay, see the Thor secret, or do I want to see Iron Man secret? I mean, assuming they have different panels, I don't know why they do that.
Yeah,
But
it's hard. You gotta choose, see what you
say,
want to see.
what would you do if you had to choose between your favorite show or new movie that you wanted to watch?
It would depend what it shows and movie. I don't know. That
Let
would
me
be a hard decision. Like I would have
put
to.
right now between George Romero's new movie, and he says anybody who comes to that panel, say he said it, anybody who came to that panel will be able to be in his next movie, like as a zombie or something like that. And then there's another panel going on at the same time that's a secret movie that Kevin Smith and Tarantino are working on.
I think
But
I would go to that one with the Quentin and Tarantino. Like I think I'm a big George Romero fan, but I feel I like the work that Quentin Tarantino and Kevin Smith have done
that would be a
more.
good movie.
You know,
I'd like to see Jay as a badass dude though.
out of what?
What the hell, man? I kind of miss Jay and Silent Bob, and I haven't seen them in like what years now.
Yeah.
You really gonna go back to them at all, or
No,
is
I
it
don't
still?
think so. He's not. He's not making movies anymore. I think he's just making one more movie, but he's not really into making movies anymore. Thanks, babe. Huh?
No.
Yeah, something. Oh, Christmas is hot. Yeah, yeah, he said he's not making any more movies, and I don't think he's gonna make any more Jay and Silent Bob type movies or anything that has to do with that universe anymore. He seems like he's getting out of that whole thing.
I think he'll be back, man. They all come back. Nobody ever stops forever. They just take long breaks.
I think he just got a lot of like negative feedback from Cop Out that he was like, man, forget this. So I think now he's more focused on forming his podcast.
See,
Um,
he shit. Regardless of Cop Out, he didn't write that movie, so it shouldn't be something bad.
yeah, thanks, thanks, honey.
That it like it was all right. It wasn't.
You got your chat there? Oh yeah, okay.
Uh,
What you were saying?
um,
Yeah, that's my water. I don't have any water. I have canteens, but I don't think. Oh, they have water. Cool. Yeah, I'll just wait until it starts flashing red to drink it. Yep. Do you still listen to Smodcast?
they still have it.
Yeah, you don't listen to it?
Uh, do they still have run them on iTunes?
Yeah. I
I
still
got.
listen to Smodcast. I listen to Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. Do you listen to that?
Mm-mm.
Jay and Silent Bob Get Old is a podcast with Jay and Silent Bob, pretty much. And then they talk about stuff. They talk a lot about Jay's Jason's life and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
You
those
know,
ones
I
are cool.
had that if we made it to a lot of the panels, I had action figures that I could have still had them sign. Remember, I was trying to look for something that I could have brought to Comic Con that people would have signed. I had like an Ash action figure from Army of Darkness, so if we had saw Bruce Campbell, I could have had him sign that. I did in Tarantino Death Proof figure, so he could have done that one.
I think you probably have to be some of the people in the first few rows to get things signed. Like, would you be up for when we go to Comic Con? Like, if we're gonna try to go to the panels in Hall H, to line up like 1 o'clock in the morning, the day of that event?
I do whatever it takes if it's a worth it panel, pretty much. If it's something that we know, like the next Iron Man, and they finally finish the movie, or Ant-Man, or
Yeah. Well, Shannon's up for it, and that's cool because I'm up for it too. So, guess that's what we'll be doing next year.
yeah, like I feel like, man, now we kind of know the layout and how things work. Like we literally have to take days and just do almost one thing on that day, and then figure things out.
Yeah, I think I could only do one day. So we pick one day with the best panels, and we could just stay in Hall H, because you could just stay in there, right? You don't have to leave. You just stay in there and stay throughout like all the good panels and stuff like that. Every single
You
panel.
stay inside of the building that it's in, or what?
Yeah, you could stay where you're seated, stay there, and then like say like Iron Man ends, and then Captain America comes in next. You stay through that. Like you could stay through every single panel in Hall H. You don't have to move.
How long do they have breaks in between the
They
panels?
don't have breaks. It's one after another. So
So it's just bam, 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 bam,
yeah.
bam.
So if you're in there and you want to watch everything while it's going on, then you're gonna have to sit through it. I couldn't sit through that Mass Effect panel though. Could you?
Now look, let me tell you why you guys fell asleep. It was exactly at that time when the guy was talking about how they got all the different conversations and the whatchamacallit, how it has up that paradigm and all the different. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it.
No, you want to
But
know why we fell asleep? Because of the weed. Like, that weed knocked Michael out. It was in the process of knocking out, and I was tripping balls at that exact moment. And I was, like, trying to keep it together and not fall asleep and just make it through there. That was torture. Like, seriously? It was torture. Like, I was going through hell right there.
for me, not so much. Kinda. It was
Well,
just around certain parts like that.
ah,
Like
here we go again. Yeah, well,
it was,
you have to remember that I
and
wasn't
you have.
smoking for months. Like I don't know how long it's been since I smoked, and that thing was just strong and it hit me hard.
Then you still have to be. I was still kind of like hyped up about the whole Mass Effect thing, so and I had in the game or nothing, so I was kind of like, all right, I need to listen to this because maybe they got some good.
What were they talking about in that? Because I didn't even listen to it.
Talking about the multiplayer map, the one that's like based in London and other stuff like that, basically based on Earth.
Yeah, that edible was strong, Shannon. Like it hit me like hard. Like I was paranoid. Like I didn't really enjoy that high at all. In the end, did you see that? Remember that guy who was in that mech costume and walking around? He was like huge. I was like,
Sure.
what the hell's going on here? Like, I was like, it was scaring me. I was like, okay, I gotta get away from it. That's why I didn't even stop and look. Like, I know if I was sober or just had a mellow high, I would have watched it.
Knew that was the reason why you didn't like take a lot of pictures and stuff. You were just kind of like in this mode where you were like,
I was in the mode like, let's get the hell out of here. Like, I want to go already. Like, oh
you supposed
man.
to against everything, man. I was trying to get you to come over to so we could have both took a picture with Sid Haig and crap and just did something. But it was all by myself. And I had to go, like that was rejects. It's all about all I
Yeah, I
could
didn't even
say.
know who you were talking about at that point. I just was like, let's get the hell out of here. Because, if I was fine, I would have been like, all right, man, let's go.
Dude, there was no way you could have forgot about that because he's in the same line in like the same Rat Pack group, so to say, as Ken Foree.
Yep.
Both in like Sid Haig was in I think Night of the Living Dead 3D. Ken Foree's in Dawn of the Dead, the original. They
Yep.
were in Devil's Rejects, and Sid Haig was in House of a Thousand Corpses. So it's cool. I wish I could
So,
have.
so was he just standing around and people were gathering around him, or was he doing autographs? What was going on?
not everybody noticed who he was, but it was this other dude. I didn't even know who it was at first, and I was like, he kind of looks familiar, and like, why is that dude acting like he's somebody? And I was
Acting like he's somebody. What was he doing?
can I get a picture? And I was like, oh, that's freaking Sid Haig from Devil's Rejects. Like that. I'm like, why is he just standing there? Like he had like a fanny pack on and was just standing and
So did
chilling.
you go to him and what did he do? Like, did you say something or were you just looking at him?
I went and I took a picture of him and stuff like that. I told him, I was like, yeah, man, good job on Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. I really love the movies and stuff like that. And he was like, all right, yeah, thanks, man.
You took a picture with him or just took a picture of him?
Of him, because I felt like he started to get annoyed. Like,
Oh, really?
that's one thing about like people is that you got to realize if there are a lot of people that know them, they're taking pictures all freaking day.
What
You
the
know?
heck? Look at the zombies on the floor.
A bit humble about it because they don't always get it. Other people are like, geez,
So he looked like he was getting annoyed to you?
yeah, kind of.
Uh,
But I just take a picture of you because I'm trying to process that you're right there. Anyways,
you said that to him?
I mean, everybody left. I couldn't tell anybody to take a picture. Oh, like, oh yeah, can you? Didn't want to like waste his time. But
Yeah, but you know, I don't think they should get bothered by that because if you don't want that kind of attention, they'll go to Comic-Con, you know?
I mean, for his sake, like he was really known in the '80s and '70s, stuff like that. So for him to be relevant now is major. I'm wondering like I wanted to be able to like sit down with at least like one of them and just pick their brain about something. I'm surprised we didn't see like Kevin Smith or Stan Lee up
They were
there.
there. Kevin Smith had a panel. I was hoping we would be able to go to his panel.
They had a Walking Dead panel there too. Everything that we thought there would have probably been a panel for, except like Weeds and Dexter, I think those were probably the only ones that weren't there. But like he there, what the heck was this? Like we didn't see that crap.
Yep. Hey Shannon, did you see anybody famous or anything like that?